Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Crystal and Cards for your weekly picky card reading. And hail to D'Artagnan and hail to Boone, of course. And this week's question is it really over between us? You know it already. If you like my videos, you can leave a comment, you can leave a like, or you can subscribe to my channel, of course, and I would really appreciate it. And now let's get ready for our 3 piles of cards. The first pile of cards has a fluorite stone or gem on top of it. Pile number 2 has the 7 Archangels medallion on top of it. Number 3 has the yin yang pendulum on top of it. And now it's up to you to choose which of the 3 suits you best. I'll give you a few moments to think it over. Okay, I guess you made up your mind by now. Let's start immediately with pile number 1 with the fluorite stone on top of it. So, people who chose pile number 1, this is your reading. The first is the Sun. The Sun card. The second is the 2 of Swords. Third card is the 8 of, oh no, not an 8. Card number 8, it's the Strength card. Then the second stage is the Queen of Cups, but upside down. Then the second card is the King of Rings, upright. The third is the Queen of Wands, upright. And then we have the 4 of Pentacles, upright. And the last is the Witch's Oracle card. We are going to save that till last. Start with the beginning, the Sun card. Here she is. Now, although this card may seem the most happy card in deck, and most of the time it is, it could also be less positive as well. And the Sun, well, it does not guarantee happiness on itself, but liberation from something. And while it can state that a relationship, for instance, is in a healthy place and headed, for instance, on a positive path, more often it refers to everything being revealed. So if there are aspects that are hidden on your part or on your partner's part, then these things will come to light or have come to light already. In a situation, for example, where one individual is cheating or holding something significant back, then it may seem like, well, this is, instead of a happy card, a rather devastating card, bringing anger and jealousy and even loss. So it's not always positive. Also in this reading, it can refer to a situation that has come to light, that has come in the sun, for everyone to see, which makes you not so happy. Okay. Then we have the 2 of Swords, of course. That's as a reflection on you. Yeah. It's a card of being stuck. Of course, you are being stuck, and you know that a certain decision had to be made. So there is a certain decision made, and you don't know which way your path is going from here. So probably the situation escalated and the relationship was ended. Now you will probably ask, you want your partner back maybe, and then you should ask yourself, are you willing to do what it takes to bring back this relationship and this partner? If that is the fact, sit down and talk together. And once you put all your cards on the table, you must decide if you want to stand firm or if you are going to walk away. So the same goes for your partner, of course. So if you want him back, then you should talk. Then the third card is the Strength card, like I told you. Now, the Strength card, it exemplifies the need for order and the need for discipline in your life at this time. There are certain boundaries of trust that have probably been pushed too far. Maybe you were not conversing with your partner, maybe they were not on the same side as you, and you or he wants to be sure that the other one is not pushing boundaries too far. So something happened like that made the 2 of you go your own way. And you have problems right now, but at the same time, this card tells you that you have the power and the strength to overcome any obstacle. So try to find ways to open your heart even more during this difficult time. Then we come to the second stage. We have an upside down card. It is the Queen of Cups. This is upright, For you, she's reversed. Now, if the Queen of Reversed is here, then a review of the state of your relationship is warranted. You or he may feel as if you've been falling out of love with your long-term partner. And often that is an unconscious reaction to an unfounded fear that he or she is doing the same. So there was trouble in paradise, and that trouble in paradise made the two of you make maybe two hasty decisions, which one of or both of you may regret now. So I guess that is the situation you are dealing with right now. Then we have the King of Rings. Now, the King of Rings, this is your lover or your current ex. Your lover or your current ex no longer has a tolerance for drama that a younger kind of love would offer. He's not in for drama anymore. He just wants to be with someone who is a bit seasoned, who is quiet, who understands what life is really about. He wants to be with someone who is able to love the great and the simple pleasures of life with all the drama, with all the fussing. You know, that's the kind of person he probably is. And then we have the third here. The third, that is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands, probably that is you. Most passionate, sometimes maybe even rather intense. And since the previous card, your lover is an earth sign. This King of Rings is an earth sign. And an earth sign is someone down to earth. You can come across sometimes really heavy in his opinion. You are also very nurturing and that he likes very much. And you can be very effective. Now, if this description does not seem like you at all, then this card offers just the advice to let go of the need to be in control. So, because doing so, you will increase your well-being in multiple ways. So if you allow yourself to let go and let others help you, it is good for all involved. Don't try to stick to a certain situation. And then the next card is the Four of Pentacles. Yes, the Four of Pentacles. Now, the Four of Pentacles, when it comes to love and relationship, it represents one party, possibly you or your partner, who is plagued by feelings of jealousy or insecurity. And I guess it is you. I'm not sure. Now, then, in that case, it is important to remember that holding on to something too tightly, it doesn't keep it with you. It suffocates it, okay? Now, the Four of Pentacles can also indicate a great success in your life, but all this at the same time, this card calls for balance. There is a need for balance, and you are dealing with almost a suffocating aspect in the relationship, where there is not room enough to breathe. Maybe you are the one suffocating, maybe your partner was the one. So you or your ex need to focus in ways to make your relationship more open and more free in order for the relationship to thrive. Alright? And then we have the last card, the surprise card. Oops, it's the Chalice, the card of fulfillment. Now, it's a positive card, that must be clear, you can see that. And it indicates that you're nearly there. Don't quit, this card says. Something has been missing, something that has been missing will turn up. And I guess that it is your partner you have been missing. So it will turn up. You will receive an unexpected visitor. So check in with your emotions. So this is a very positive card. So the outcome here is no surprise. It is, for the moment, it is over between you, but it is not really over between the both of you, because your ex is bound to return, and when you handle it right, you will start over again. But, well, you or him should keep those negative feelings of uncertainty, suffocating attitudes, jealousy in check, or you will fail again. So, all by all, this is a very good spread, and I hope it will resonate to you. I wish you a lot of success, and I'll see you again for our next pick a card reading. Then the second pile of cards with the 7 archangels on top of it. This is your reading. First, we have the 5 of Cups, the 9 of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, the 8 of Wands, the Moon, the Stars, upside down, the Chariot, and the last card, I'll leave it covered till last. Okay, we start with the 5 of Cups. Maybe you know it by now that the numbers 5 in the tarot cards are not so positive cards. When the 5 of Cups appears in your reading, you are going through a transit of big emotional disappointment. You are disappointed in what area of your life. It is the Cups card. It's a Cups card, and then it's referencing matters of the heart, a broken marriage, or a loss of a friendship, or a loss of a lover. But this card is also one of hope, because there are 3 empty cups, but there are 2 cups still standing up. So that is a card of hope. So know that through your story of this change, sometimes change is necessary for you to discover even more about yourself. Okay. Now the end to your partnership will probably have been a surprise to you. You didn't expect it. And it will have left you feeling abandoned and feeling alone. And it even might be that you are in shock. And now the best thing you can do right now is hold on to the ones that do love you, so that they can help you through this process of grief, which is very hard. I can totally get it. Then we have the second card, the 9 of Pentacles. Sometimes when things are dark, it's easy to focus on the negative and ignore what you already have, and you have a lot. So don't downplay your emotions at this time, this card says. Now, in some cases, this card also presents having a partner that is too carefree to settle down, and who is maybe better off as a friend. So maybe that was your lover. And you should know if this is the case with your now ex. Think about that. Maybe you have been struggling with communication, struggling with infidelity, or other serious relationships issues. So now it is a time to decide if your partner really is the right person for you, or if you are better off leaving him or her in the past. You should really think about that. Is this someone you should have in your life as a lover, or better off as a friend? So that is something to think about. And then there he is. This might be your ex-lover. Now, the Knight of Cups. This is the Knight of Cups. It is a representative of all things very passionate regarding the heart. It's a Cups card, so very passionate things regarding the heart. This person, this knight, has a lust for life. But what he needs to work on is his ability to stay in one place. And sometimes it's necessary for both to recognize the importance of movement. The importance of movement in order to learn lessons. But you must also understand the stability of relationships, that they can benefit you. So it is nice that you go all kinds of places, but sometimes it is also time for a real relationship. This is what I meant. I told it you a bit difficult, but that is what I meant. And sometimes, therefore, this Knight of Cups is known as a serial dater. A person who will a knight who will go from person to person, and he's enjoying the experience as well as keeping them from continuing. He goes to a certain level and then he flees. And possibly this is exactly what happened to quite a few amongst you. It's all love from the beginning, and you are in love and he's in love, and all of a sudden it's over. So, and that can leave you very heartbroken. Then, the second stage of cards is the 8 of Wands. Now, the 8 of Wands tells me the Wands are cards of passion. That there is passion and strength, as well as strong attraction in this relationship. And in some ways, the hot flaming Wands can indicate, well, passion which is heated. And you have been facing, and I can tell that by this Wands card, you have been facing an intense love situation with your ex-lover, but one where balance was needed, and balance was missing there. And this crush, it was really a crush, may suddenly have passed fast, because wands always go quickly. They're very energizing. So they're passing by quickly, and therefore the Eight of Wands is probably not associated with long-term staying power. And this card so can suggest love being unstable. Well, to be short, this relationship was a very intense one, but it stopped rather quickly and unexpectedly. The next card is the Moon. The Moon card. Now, when you see the Moon, it is often a time of emotional turmoil. In your romance, it has been a time of bickering and also of deception. The Moon is a warning in a sense. If you trust your intuition, you push forward, you will receive deliverance from what binds you. But first, you must be willing to face the reality of the situation. Because the Moon can sometimes be illusion. And the Moon cautions you from accepting what things seem to be. Because some things might have been hidden from you. And this is also a card that can relate to cheating. Okay? It can relate to cheating. So maybe there has been cheating going on. Maybe you know it already. Maybe you will find out later. Okay? So keep that in mind that this is possible when you see the Moon card and when you have the Knight of Cups, which is often a serial date. Then we have the Stars. The Stars card. Now, the Star, if you are seeing this card, there are likely deep questions within your relationship or towards love in general you have. And now is the time to follow your instinct regarding a partner, for better or for worse. Okay? If you follow your instinct, drop your baggage from the past, open your heart, realize your inner strength, and have faith that the best is yet to come. So there is hope in this card, okay? But you have to, well, you have to see everything clear and objective. And see, do I need to start this relationship over again? Is it worth it, yes or no? And when you've made your decision, drop your luggage from the past and move on. Then this card is an upside down card. It is a Chariot. This is a Chariot. For you, it is reversed. Now, like other reversed cards, the Chariot reverse shows a blockage, an opposition. And what makes the Chariot reverse stand out, though, is that its meaning is pretty stark. Now, while the upright Chariot tells you that you can achieve your goals as long as you have the courage to do so, the reverse Chariot tells you that sometimes having a desire to be in control is not always the answer. So it may suggest that there will be things that you cannot change, and then the card tells you to loosen your grip and let things just run their course. Okay? Don't try to control everything. Let go and see what comes from it. Then we have one more card. This is the Witch's Wisdom card. It is the card of Hex, banishment. Now, this card says, watch out, withdraw and beware. Use discernment and take care. A fowl would ignore a hex's alarm. Now banish all potential harm. So, it is clear, I guess, that the witch tells you here to be very, very careful with this person, to take him again. So, from where I see it, for most of you, the relationship is really over. You may want to win him back, but this is at your own risk. The risk of having your heart broken again, if you start with him all over again. But you, of course, you can decide what you want to do. But, especially according to the last card, it might not seem the best of ideas. So, I hope that everything will work out well for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. I wish you a lot of success, and I'll see you next week for our next big card reading. Bye bye. And now we go to the third pile of cards with the yin yang pendulum on top of it. So this is your reading, people who chose pile number 3. We have it first, the 8 of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, upside down the Magician, Second stage, Page of Rings upside down. The Fool upside down. Upside down again. The Tower upside down. Another upside down, the Nine of Wands. And the last card we'll leave last. The first card. It is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, when I see this card, I know that petty arguments and bickering happens quite a lot in your relationship. And the Eight of Pentacles comes up when there are complaints in the relationship, or maybe also serious insecurities about the partner. Some of you had huge problems because their partner, or you yourself, was working too hard, or was doing other things alone without you, neglecting the emotional side of the relationship, so to speak. The relationships with family, friends and others that we love make life worth living. So always doing things without your partner is not only bad for the relationship, but it's also not fair. Okay, this is what it means. You didn't see eye to eye because you had different things to do. We have here the Queen of Cups as a second card. Now, for some of you, this card serves as a warning. And this warning is that you must be mindful of the way you are treating others. And even if you mean no harm, your words and your actions can hurt others. So pay close attention to the things you do and say to prevent this. Okay. Now, the Queen of Cups often knows what she wants, but she can be a very good indicator that it's time to follow your feelings and your gut about a relationship or about your ex. Because sometimes someone is not exactly as they appear to be in the beginning. Alright? The third card is the Magician upside down. So this is the upright Magician, and now she is reversed. Now when you see this reversed Magician, it's a sign that you should take care and pay attention for tricks and traps that have been designed to confuse and control you. For some of you, I can tell you that it's easier than you think to be distracted and fooled by this untrustworthy charmer. This is a guy who is willing to do whatever it takes to string you along. And even if that means lying or cheating. And this refers to some of you, okay? Not all of you. Not all of you. Now, if you say, okay, that does not refer to me, this is not my situation, then this card can just be the card of failure. And in that case, the card tells you that you failed to come back together. The second stage. Upside down also, the Page of Rings. For you, it is reversed. Now, the Page of Rings is focused on dreams and ambitions. It represents new beginnings, exciting projects. But when the card is reversed, like in your case, the progress on these projects and on these dreams and ambitions, it is stopped. If something is blocking you or has been blocking you from achieving your goals. So if it is your goal that the two of you reunite, there is a huge roadblock thrown at you. Now, in readings regarding a romantic relationship like this, the Page of Rings reversed may refer to an undependable partner. And this can mean anything from someone you can't rely on to a partner who is actively deceiving you or cheating on you or making promises they cannot keep. And this person is likely just looking for someone to spoil them endlessly, you know. They are very immature. They may be prone also to extreme jealousy. But be careful, because in a few cases this partner may also resort to unfavorable behavior, maybe even stealing money from you, okay? So I don't say that it's for all of you, but some of you will think, well, yes, that is my case. Then we have the Fool, but upside down. This is the Fool in the upright. For you, it is reversed. Now, the reversed Fool is that your ex, in some cases, might be acting like a child. And instead of taking responsibility for his own life, he would rather have people look after him like a child. Okay? Also, everything that goes wrong is never his fault. It's always someone else's fault. Okay. Now, in other cases, the previous one I said was not for you. In other cases, this Fool is a warning of a shady deal that you need to be wary of. And well, when you thought in the beginning, wow, this guy sounds too good to be true. Well, maybe he is too good to be true. He probably is. Third scenario is that both of you are risk takers who were simply enjoying the present without worrying about where the relationship was going in the long run. Well, that was a very spontaneous relationship, but it can be like a double-edged sword in a relationship, because while it may make for a great excitement and great suspense, it can also lead to a general underlying sense of uncertainty in the relationship. You might have found yourself wondering if you could really depend on your partner when things get tough. So some of you might have been in that situation. Alright, let's see what the rest brings us. The Tower upside down. This is the Tower in the upright position. For you, it is upside down. Now, the Tower reversed. I'm sorry. I had a sneeze. The Tower reversed, well, it can be a sign that you are afraid of change. And that might be the reason that's why you're clinging on to someone who is maybe not so good for you, just because of fear. And even more, maybe deep down you likely realize that change is necessary. And maybe even you secretly crave this change or this transformation, or however you want to call it, that comes with it, with the change. So, yet, you resist the process because you are afraid of the destruction and the pain that accompanies change and transformations all the time. So that may be the reason why you don't want to let him go. Yeah? Then the next card is a Nine of Wands upside down. For you it is upright. Reversed, I'm sorry, this is upright. For you it was reversed. Now, the Nine of Wands reversed indicates, well, a very messy situation that you and your partner were in. And that messy situation requires some, well, major deep thinking and introspection. You've locked yourself, you have the feeling that you've locked yourself in somehow, and like you are in the jail, well, probably of your own making. Well, you put yourself in the jail and you can't get out, you cannot leave him or that relationship with him behind. Or you're dealing with someone else who's done it like your partner. Either way, you're trapped by perception. And you're being called to balance confidence and to cooperate so that you or a situation can step into freedom. So you have to get out of that jail, or when it was your boyfriend, he also has to get out of that jail, move on towards freedom, leaving the luggage behind. Then we have the last card. We can read ethers. Now, what does it mean? You struggle when faced with that which you must adhere to. You want your ex back, or you think you want your ex back, and when you really want something, some of you don't mind overstepping some boundaries or use some manipulative tactics. And it can be you who is like that, it can be your ex. But before using those manipulative tactics or overstepping those boundaries, ask yourself whether the other half, the ex, is worth it. So this is actually the advice of the Wicked Read. Now, so, well, from what I can see here, you've had yourself quite a dream boy. Now he's your ex, and although, in my opinion, you know that you can do better, your heart is not willing to let him go, maybe out of fear for change. And yes, it is really over between you. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner the beginning of a beautiful future will start. This was your reading for this week, and I hope it will resonate to you or not. Thanks for visiting my channel. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment. Praise Italian, praise Boom, and I see you again next week. I love you guys. Bye bye.